Hey friends, it's Jayma here, and today I'm going to create a double page scrapbook layout using photos of my dog and the squirrels that live in our backyard. They taunt him all day long, and he is obsessed with just watching them. So I actually messed this layout up like pretty bad, and I thought that I might have to start over at one point. But I ended up fixing it in a way that you really can't tell that there was a mistake. So I'm going to show you exactly what happened. You'll see it as it happens, and I'll show you how I fixed it so that if this same thing ever happens to you, you'll have a creative way to fix it as well. I was inspired by the flowers in one of those photos, so I've gone with the lovely and beautiful paper from Stampin' Up, and you can see the pattern I've chosen, and I'm going to pull in some other patterns as well. This is the sketch that I'm using. It's from Erin Jacobson for our Team Sketch Challenge that was back in January. I'm a little bit late here. I actually did work on this in January and then put it aside and didn't finish it till recently. But I thought it was a really fun sketch and it worked out well with my photos. I do have an extra photo here, and then there was also the little small 2x2 of the squirrel in the tree that I showed earlier, and so we are going to find places for those and kind of alter the sketch. I wanted to bring in some wood tones because of the fence in the background and the tree, and there's just other wood tones, the bark in the background. So I brought in this pattern from Country Woods, and then the white is, I can't remember if it's Very Vanilla, I think it might be, or else the light side of Basic Beige, rather than a bright white like I typically do, just because there's kind of that cream color in that wood background. Although I did still matte my photos in white. And then I wanted to bring that wood tone in some other ways, so I'm backing a few of the photos in that same paper, and had to spin this around a few times because it's actually not a perfect square. And then we'll do this one over here. That lavender accent color is Fresh Freesia, which is one of the colors in the lovely and beautiful paper pack. And so I thought I would pull in a couple of circles because the sketch called for some circles. Because I have that small 3x4 photo on the left that I added, it wasn't called for in the sketch. It's kind of replacing where one of the circles would be. And I didn't want my circles directly like across from each other on the same plane. So I moved the photo up a little bit, and I'm moving the circle below to create sort of a diagonal draw. But I'm not loving the lavender. I feel like I need something else, and I found this paw print paper in my stash, so I decided to try that for the circles. The one thing I don't like is that the print is kind of the same scale as that floral print that I already have. So I was trying to find another pattern paper. I was thinking maybe this one. It's a newer paper that I haven't used, so I kind of wanted to, but it just wasn't doing it for me. I didn't like the color of purple. I would have had to change the lavender pieces. It wasn't the right tone of purple to go with the flowers, and then I would have had to change the background paper because it was bright white and all of that. So I just decided to go with the paper that I had down since it was cut and everything. And I think a lot of the paper, at least the circles where the paws are, a lot of it's going to be covered up anyway with my embellishments. And I like that the circles brought in more of that deep brown color, but in a different pattern than the wood grain. So you saw that I inked around that one piece, and I inked around all the pieces and all of the photos. And now I'm going to create this little tear right here that's called for in the sketch. And if you're wondering why I had this little tiny piece of pattern paper over there, that's because that's going to be peeking out from behind. But you can see right here that I made a big boo-boo. So in my head, I kept going, even though I was freaking out trying to figure out how I'm going to fix that, because here I was at a retreat. This is my last layout from the last retreat I was at, and I didn't have any more of this color of cardstock. So I had my mono eraser with me, but this is too much ink to try to sand erase off of the surface. So I kept going, and I kept thinking, okay, well, a mistake is an opportunity for embellishment. Maybe I can put a large embellishment like a rhinestone or something there. But then as I got going and started adding my embellishment clusters, I had an even better idea. Looking back now, I'm seeing that I could have just made that tear a little bit bigger, and that probably would have been an easy solution, but I didn't think of it at the time, and the way I did fix it, I think I like it even better. However, we'll get to that shortly. First, I want to do the rest of the ripping. So this piece here calls for a torn edge too, and I love this element. So this is torn at an angle, and I think that's so fun. I did some ripping in a layout recently. I actually made it at this same retreat when I made a layout of my kids' school pictures, and I did much different ripping, but it just reminded me that, you know what, I need to do this more often because it adds such a fun organic effect. All right, so here are my embellishments. I've brought out the Nature's Symphony dies again and again. I'm using these dies, they're just so good. And I cut them out of Old Olive and Mossy Meadow. Those two greens make a great pair if you want like a lighter and a darker. And then if you want like brighter greens, then Granny Apple Green and Garden Green work well together. But this paper has Old Olive in it, so I wanted to pair it with the Old Olive. And then when I had these out, I thought, you know what, if I add these leaves up here over the smudge, that creates a visual triangle. It's a different spot than the layout calls for, and it may not be exactly where I would have put it, but I think it turned out pretty darn good. And then of course we have to add our cute little squirrels. These are from the Fluffy Squirrel bundle. There was a stamp set and a punch. They are sadly retired now, but I used my friend Erin's set to cut it out because I didn't have the set, and so she let me borrow it, and I was very excited to have them for this layout. Also in the Nature's Symphony die set, there's this little piece of like driftwood or whatever it is, a little piece of wood. So I'm just taking whatever is left over on my sponge dauber. I had early espresso on it, which is the dark brown, and just kind of going around the edges and then over the top, just very lightly. I already did the other pieces, so I was just showing you that one piece on camera. And it just adds a little bit of depth and dimension to these pieces, and they are the perfect addition just to mix in here and there. I didn't necessarily add them to each of the clusters, but I wanted a little bit more of that like pecan pie color. And by the way, the paper I used to cut those out of is the new wood grain Wonder paper. It's a smaller wood grain compared to the Country Woods, which is more of like a rustic and larger print wood grain. I'm having a hard time figuring out where I want this little piece. I didn't really like it here in the cluster because it wasn't really showing. So I'm gonna try over here on the left maybe. I'm trying to sort of create a visual triangle with those pieces as well. Nope, I don't like it down there. I'm gonna go back to my first instinct and put it down here. It's gonna be kind of by itself, but I think that's okay. I like that how those are spread around the page. And then what dog layout is complete without some dog embellishments? So I had this Pet Love die set. I actually have the stamps and dies, but I'm just using the dies here. Actually, I did end up bringing in some stamps, but there's this little bandana, and I used that same paw print paper, and I was trying to make it work up here somewhere, and I just wasn't liking it. So I'm gonna pull that off and we'll try it again later. And so I decided to try this little collar. For the collar part, I used that same Wood Green Wonder paper, and I'm going to do the same inking around the edge, and then there's a little tag part that hangs down, and that is the same paw paper. So I was trying to create a visual triangle since I only have the paw paper in those two circles so far. So even though I just have a small amount of it, I think that I can make it work. I'm really not liking it here. I was trying it there first, and then I had the idea to have it hang down from the corner here, kind of like you would do a banner, you know, sometimes with little flag banners hanging down. And I really liked that, so we're gonna go with that. Next, I wanted to work on my title, and my friend I was sitting by, who was very clever with titles, came up with squirreling around. I wanted to fit squirreling above where I currently have around, but it wouldn't fit. So then I had the idea of putting it down the side here, and it fit perfectly. Like I could not have fit one more letter. So I actually looked up how to spell it to make sure it didn't have two L's, because two L's wouldn't have fit. And then there were a few little blank spaces like next to around. I wanted to fill that. So then I pulled out the paw print stamp from that same Pet Love set. And I first stamped it onto scrap paper so I could test out the dark brown, which is the espresso, early espresso, and the lavender, and just make sure I like it. And I did. I didn't like the lavender. It was too much lavender, but I loved the early espresso. So I'm going to use the Stampin' Positioner to help me here, because I cannot afford to have any more inking mistakes on this layout. At this point, everything's glued down, so this is going to allow me to get the perfect stamped image. Plus, I really need to re-ink my early espresso stamp pad, so I'm gonna have to stamp this. I think I stamped it like 3 times to get a really solid image. The Stampin' Positioner is currently only available to demonstrators, but it comes out in the May 5th catalog, so then it will be available to everybody. So I do really like it, and I love my Misty as well. I'm still using that, but this is perfect for when you have a 12 by 12 layout. So you can see here, I'm going to stamp it again because I didn't get a really solid image, and I can put it down right again in the same exact place and get another solid image. And that looks pretty good. I guess I only did 2 stamps. So now I want to fill in the little spot that's next to around, but I need to clean my stamp first. So I'm going to use the stamp chamois. I just started using the Stampin' Up stamp chamois, and let me tell you, I love it. It is really spongy. It's spongier than the Close to My Heart one I was using. So it's really good at getting in the little nooks and crannies of your stamps. So I did have to clean it and then kind of dry it. You saw me kind of rubbing it between my hands because I wanted to make sure it was clean and dry before putting it down into this new spot. So now that that one is done, I'm going to set it aside, and I was trying to figure out where I wanted it over on this side. I didn't want it right here because then it would have been directly across on the same plane as on the other side. So I was playing around with placement and ultimately decided to put it up a little bit higher, and I will do that one off camera so that you don't have to watch it again now that you know how to do it. But that is where it's going to go. I decided I needed something on this lavender banner here, so I added my dog's name. That was the perfect little finishing touch that I needed. I also added a few gems, so I'll bring this up closer in just a moment. But if you've enjoyed this video, be sure to like it. That really helps me out here on YouTube. And if you haven't subscribed to my channel yet, go ahead and do that and hit the notification bell so you don't miss any of my upcoming scrapbooking videos each week. So here is the finished layout. I love how it turned out. I'm going to bring it up for a closer look. And by the way, if you're interested in the Pet Love set where the collar came from and the little paw prints, and there were some other items too, it is in the last chance section. And if you get the stamp set and or die set separately, they are discounted. So do it that way, because for some reason the bundle where they're both included is not discounted. And it's this, if you get them separately, it's the same things, but they're just discounted. So anyways, here is a closer look, and I love how all of this turned out. You can't see the smudge here at all, and if I had followed the sketch, the embellishment cluster was called for to be up here, and that would have created a lot of white space up here, which can be good, but that's typically not my style. I'm not huge on a lot of white space, although I feel like for me this is a lot of white space. But I may have ended up putting something up here, but it ended up working out nicely that I had to cover that because then it just kind of forced it. Maybe I got to the decision sooner, who knows? But I really like how it turned out. These little gems here have little gold flecks in them, so it goes perfectly with the gold foiling in that paper. Hopefully that is coming through. And those cute little squirrels are so adorable. I love these sprigs because they come, you saw, as like 2 sprigs kind of together, so you can tear them apart to use them singly. You can tear just little pieces off like I did here, so you have just smaller pieces. This, by the way, is the mini alphabet dies. I use those all the time, and I used it here too. This is where my journaling is going to go. So this is a little bit more blank space than I typically would like, but I will probably type up my journaling and put it onto a very clear sticker label, or I might handwrite it. I haven't decided, but I usually like to do that later. I like to do my journaling typically later and do it all together when I'm adding my layouts to the album. I like doing like things together, and to me it's like just a different part of my brain that I'm using when I do the journaling. So I like to do it all together. There's that pesky little squirrel. Oh my gosh, they know they are taunting my dog. They chirp and they swish their tail and they look at him, and he just goes nuts every single day. It is hilarious. These were last summer. Here you can see the little detail on this little guy. These were taken last summer, and I love that it shows off my pretty flowers here. I had so many pretty flowers last summer, and I actually am going to do a layout all about them. So all the supplies I've used are listed in the description below. Hit that more link below the video to expand the description. And if you'd like to see another video from me, that is on screen right here. So go ahead and click that, and I'll see you next time. Bye.